Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Zcash. We're going to do a full update. This is about 2 months too late, almost. But wanted to cover it. I mean, I saw this morning. I was looking through the markets, and I was looking for some optimism and some positivity. And Zcash is one of the projects that we can be relatively positive about. I mean, since the crash on Friday. We're still up, right? So when that crash started, at this point of time, we're trading about 23% higher. It's incredibly high in volume as well. And it has been the case for the last 2-3 weeks, right? So it has been incredibly strong, has also been pushed a lot on X by influencers, etc. But one of the strongest coins this month, dare I say the strongest. I mean, as you can see right here from the 30th of September, we're up about 340%. So if you caught that, great news. In this video, we'll do a full update on what to expect right here. We have reached a major resistance level here, which is also why I thought, it's still interesting to actually talk about it, and to talk about the different possibilities. Now, fundamentally, I don't know too much about Zcash. It's a privacy project, of course. And right now, and we have seen some more, some more positivity about privacy related projects, and we also saw Ethereum creating some sort of a fund for privacy development and privacy applications. So that's all great, but I think you have to be cautious sometimes. What happens very often is that narratives are created after the fact. And Zcash, if you go back in time, is quite manipulated. We've had some major manipulation for Zcash. Privacy projects in general have been under fire here and there. Big spikes down, as you can see sometimes. So I think it's good to be aware of that I personally think that there is some manipulation behind this as well. And some of you might say, well, it's crypto, of course there's manipulation. It's true. But I would say there's relatively high manipulation, and then the narrative was created after the fact. And I'd say that's confirmed by some of the momentum or some of the volume coming from some quite shady exchanges. Not all of it, and that's also why, I won't let that affect my judgment on where we can go, but still. But okay, so when we're taking a look at the technicals, we hit a major resistance level right here at $300, which, as you can see, is a tested level. The next level is at 340. Then we're talking 370. 340, we have the 1.618 FIP. So that's what I'm going to take as my next price target. That's from the current price. It's not a major increase, but it's up about 20%. And from there, we'll see. But key right now is 295 and 300. All right, 300 is a major psychological level and a tested level. And 295 is the 1.382 FIP, Fibonacci extension level. Now, honestly, momentum is decreasing, right? I mean, since that spike down we had on Friday, we had very high volume. And since then, the volume was pretty high. The volume on Saturday morning was pretty high when we actually spiked up higher. But since then, the volume has been decreasing. We've seen some bearish divergences with the RSI. So when I'm talking about the market right here, fundamentally going into tomorrow and going into the next week, it will be quite uncertain, right? What's going to happen? ETF outflows and ETF inflows, what's going to happen with the trade deal. So that uncertainty is already there. And Zcash does care a little bit about that, but what we also saw, for example, early on Friday. But the thing is, I mean, can I be bearish on a chart like this? I don't know. I think it's more likely short term we are going to pull back slightly here. It's a strong resistance level, and we're losing momentum at it. That's not great. But from that pullback, the first support level was 250. We also have support at 225. I do think it's most likely will rally up higher. It's whenever you see strength like this, it's almost never the best decision to go against that. So what I would expect is a continuation. Now, if you want to trade this, it becomes a little bit more tricky, right? Because a safe trade, or at least a safer trade than buying right now, I think buying right now is not the best decision, right? Because we both have resistance and we have imbalances to the downside which we can fill. So how are you ever going to get good risk reward out of a setup right here? But there's two ways you can trade this. This is what I expect. However, I would say it's a little bit more likely that short term, because of that lost momentum, we'll have to do some sort of a liquidity wrap into 225, gather support from there, reclaim the trend, and then from there breakout. I would say this is most likely. When we're talking about trading this, a safe option is buying whenever we break above 300 or 295 with volume, and buying the retest or whatever. The even safer option though would be waiting for some sort of a pullback, but ultimately that's up to you. That's at least what I expect for now when we're talking about those that scenario. So hopefully that helps, but for now that's it. So thank you for watching, take care everybody, and bye.